Hello, today we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. That's starting and completing a successful project. And I'm really going to focus on the starting point of that. Let me use a couple of analogies like I like to do. Think about when you go to see the doctor. You go to a doctor to get a diagnosis for a particular problem, for him to solve that problem. And it's a health problem, so it's very important to you. So getting the right doctor and going through the right battery of tests to get that diagnosis is very important. What about when we go and build a house? Now, I've never built a house, but I understand the process for building a house is a complex process. You go to an architect, yourself and your wife, you spend time with an architect, you plan very carefully what you want, you tell the architect what you want, and he builds you a beautiful plan. What's the second stage of that? You get a builder in. A builder builds a foundation. On top of that foundation, he builds your beautifully planned out house. Those are perfect scenarios. And hopefully they end up with a diagnosis and a problem solved health-wise and a beautiful home. Let's think about a different scenario. Suppose I went to see an architect and told him I wanted a house. How much is that going to cost? What do you think the architect would say back to you? They'd probably laugh you out of the office. What about if you said, I want a house with 2 bedrooms? How much is that going to cost? Again, I think the response of the architect would be about the same. How about if you came to the architect and had a little bit more idea about what the house was going to be, and you said, this should be for free, shouldn't it? Your time. Again, no architect is going to go for that, nor is any doctor going to go for that kind of a scenario. So why are software projects treated in the latter way and not the former way? I cannot tell you how many times people have come and spoken to me and things I've done historically when I've worked for companies and said, we want this piece of software, this geotechnology piece of software that runs on a mobile application. How much is it going to cost? I always look back with kind of amazement that people would even ask that question, and it happens over and over again. Or we'll go to an office, a group of us, and stand in front of a whiteboard and have people explain to us in great detail about what they want, this and this and this and this and this and this. And then it always ends up with, how much is that going to cost? What I want to say to you is a perfect project and a successful project needs an upfront planning. And it isn't about finding the cheapest doctor or the cheapest architect. Pay money, plan it carefully, spend the time with an expert who can help guide you to that end path by building that foundation, building that plan, and your outcome will be successful. Too often, and again, this is just, for some reason, we don't think of these things in the same way. For some reason, software development, geotechnology software development is all about, I'm looking for the cheapest price and I'm going to give the minimal amount of information for you to give me a price. Wrong, wrong. Find the right organization who has the expertise to build the product, pay them to put the plan in place and execute against that plan. That is a successful project. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe to the button in the bottom corner here and we'll have more talks coming up.